Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daria and today I'll be running you through how to make the most out of your LinkedIn profile, why networking is important and how it all ties in. So how is LinkedIn becoming the future of networking? I will make it into two-part series. So in this video I'll just be giving you general tips and advice on making your profile the best you can. And in the second video, we'll be going through my own LinkedIn profile and tearing it to shreds, giving it a facelift and just making it much better than it is currently. First of all, I want to start by talking about networking. Why is it important? Well, the support that it provides can really give you a lot of insight information when applying for some positions. If you know people who are already working for the company, or even better, if you're being mentored by someone at the company that you are planning to apply for, it's a great way of finding out which skills, experiences or qualifications they require for this position. So you know from very beginning, early on, what you will be expected of, and you can meet those specifications straight away. Furthermore, the people that you know there might put in a good word for you to the recruiters, and that will make your name go on top of the pile. This is because they'll know that someone who is already working there has told them that they have trust in you and they believe you will succeed at the role. So networking is really important, and now that we can do it through LinkedIn, why wouldn't you just use the online social media platform to really try getting the best advice you can from others? So why is LinkedIn becoming so important? Well, nearly 90% of all recruiters are using the platform. It's becoming a great way of recruiters and yourselves being connected, and it's easy for the recruiters to see your profile, just explore and find out what you're about and whether you would fit what they are offering. And it's a great way for you to find out what you need to do to get your dream job. As for your profile, I see it as a dynamic and active CV. So keep it updated, and you can really customize your profile to make it the easiest for you to show off to future potential employers. So when they look at it, it's really easy for them to get to know you. And this can also be facilitated by adding some keywords into your profile, into the experiences or even your tagline. LinkedIn is also a really good way for keeping all your business cards from professional and educational connections that you have in one place. You can then follow their journeys and really learn from them, maybe even get a mentor through LinkedIn by approaching others politely. By connecting with those people, you will be the first one to know about any potential opportunities coming up that might interest you, and you can contact them directly about them to get the best chance to really stand out and get the opportunities you want. Also, it's so important to send personalized requests to the people that you've either just met or will be meeting soon at a conference or a networking event. Do mention where you've met them and why you want to keep in touch and stay connected. This gives the people context about where you've met them and about who you are. Another great thing about LinkedIn is when you connect with others that might be, whether you're at university or just people you've met on your career journey, and follow up their career paths. This might give you actually inspiration and an idea about what you could be doing in the future. Maybe someone studied the same degree as you. For example, it might be biology, but they've gone into investment banking or a management position, and you want to know how you could do the same. It's a great way to just look on the profile and see what they've done and what you could be doing to get to where they are. You can even message them and maybe ask them whether they could have a quick chat with you or give you some advice about getting to where they are. I also want to remind you that LinkedIn is somewhere that your interviewers or recruiters will look at just before your interview, so make sure it is up to scratch. They will likely look at the information that you have there and whether it matches your CV, as well as what you have been sharing and publishing, and whether it's relevant and professional. Now let's go through a LinkedIn profile from very top to the bottom and see how we can just renovate it and make it better. Starting with a profile picture. Of course, make it professional. Dress appropriately, and if you can, get a professional photographer to take a photo. Obviously, in the current situation, this is not possible, so a good selfie on a white or off-white background with a really good lighting will do. It might also be a good idea to ask someone at your household to take a picture of you. Now, moving on to the headline. This will automatically just pick your recent job role and put it in there. However, do personalize it and do make it descriptive, because it does appear just under your name when you're being searched, and the more detail you can put in it or some keywords will really make you more searchable for the potential recruiters. So for example, a lot of people at university will have third-year student studying this subject, but why don't you add some information about a potential internship that you might have just done or will be doing in a few months, or maybe some awards that you've done. Just something to make you a little different and make your profile more eye-catching even before someone will click on your profile. So now in the About section, this will probably be the first section anyone on your profile will read. So do make it really concise and summarize what you're all about. Make this also dynamic, so you can even put some conferences or courses that you are currently doing on there. This might spark a conversation with someone and just shows that your profile is being kept up to date. Another great thing to put in there are some recent milestones coming up or achievements that you've gained recently, as well as if you're in a younger stage or earlier stage in your career, you can put your career aspirations in here. Now moving on to experiences. This will probably be the largest section of your profile, so please don't just list your experiences. Do put the skills that you've gained in there, providing some context, as well as the projects you've worked on. The keywords that you put in there will make you more searchable. So for example, collaboration might be better than teamwork, or self-starter might sound better than a can-do individual. Furthermore, do mention some examples of leadership or management, or ways that you've been creative. That doesn't mean that you've done some art or something like that. It just means that you've solved a problem in a different, innovative way, or that you've dealt with a difficult situation in a way that you don't usually do. So you can really supplement your profile with those words, but maybe you haven't thought of doing that before. If you don't know what words you could put in there, it would be a good idea to go on your dream job description and just read through it, highlight some keywords that they are expecting of an individual applying for that role, and maybe if you have demonstrated these skills or characteristics, do go back to your profile and input it in the experiences section. Next, you can actually add a lot more sections to your profile. You can add languages that you speak of, or maybe publications or newspapers you've been featured in, as well as projects. So in the projects you can actually expand on some really impactful things that you've worked on in the from the experiences section, so that way you can keep the experiences section quite concise and then expand on the projects later on. So next section is skills, and LinkedIn actually has a large range of skills that you can input into your profile, ranging from Word to coding such as Java or Python, and you can take tests to actually add credibility to your claims, and it's a 70% pass mark, and they usually take only around 20 minutes. However, if you don't pass it, don't worry, it won't show on your profile. However, you do have to wait 3 months before completing the test again. Another way of adding credibility to your skills is if they're being endorsed by others. So ask your friends and maybe you can endorse their skills as well, and it just shows the employers that you do actually have them and you haven't just put all the skills available on your profile. So next thing that I would suggest is keeping your profile up to date. It's just easier than playing catch up. If you can just update your profile after any experiences or any internships that you've done, it's so much easier than coming back to it 2-3 years later and not even knowing what the last information you've put in was. It's also nice to stay in touch with individuals from your network and seeing what they are up to and how they're progressing through their careers. Last thing, I just wanted to recommend a source, and this is by Kelly Hoey, and she has a few podcasts on this kind of topics. The two that I would especially recommend linking to LinkedIn are Building Your Dream Network, as well as the 5 soft skills in demand right now. I'll link those down below, but I think you will find a lot of value in them as they expand on some of the topics I've touched on today. If you found value in this video, please like it and subscribe, and I hope you look forward to my second video where I go through my own profile. So please stay tuned to this one, and thank you for watching.